Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss youth pitching, how to allow your student athlete to have consistent success as a pitcher at younger ages. Want to thank everyone that sends in their questions and topics of interest. And today, this is something that I'm extremely passionate about. I think it's really important at this time of year to have this discussion. A lot of parents will seek out lessons and they seek out training gadgets and training gurus, and they're absolutely a waste of time and money for the pitchers at the very young ages. And let's talk about pitchers in two basic age groups, 8 through 14, and then 14 through, say, college. Starting with the youth, 14, that 8 to 14-year-old window, what I always try to tell parents is there is no need to try and fool hitters. Hitting is extremely hard. When an athlete is a hitter, they have to really, it's a mental mindset and it's a physical challenge to hit a round ball with a round barrel bat from whether it be 45, 50, 54, or 60 feet, 6 inches. And so the odds are always with the pitcher. The other dynamic that we do not talk about enough is the fact that behind us are 7 position players with baseball gloves. And so when a pitch is thrown, there is no guarantee of a hit. There can be a foul ball, there can be a swing and a miss, there can be a ground ball, there can be a pop-up, a fly ball, a line drive, all of which ends as an out. And yes, there will be difficulties at the younger ages. Sometimes a ground ball, there's an error or pop-up, the ball doesn't get caught. But that is not the pitcher's issue to deal with. When a pitcher learns that all they can control is the ball, and when it comes out of their hand and it leaves their hand, they are no longer in control, and they have nothing to do with the outcome, meaning an umpire is going to call a ball or a strike. A catcher is hopefully going to catch the ball. If a ball is put into play, we hope our fielders make the play. So here's the number one thing. Understanding that the last pitch is gone, there's nothing you can do about it. There is no rewind button. There is no replay, and you must prepare for the next pitch, regardless of what just happened on the previous pitch. Next, fastballs. Being able to throw a fastball to different sides of the plate, different zones within the strike zone, meaning could be glove side, away to a right-handed hitter, or inside to a right-hand hitter, up and in, up and away. Those 4 quadrants, being able to locate your fastball is the single biggest foundation piece for youth pitchers. Do not move to any other lesson or any other improvement until your student athlete is able to throw a fastball consistently for a strike. Next, deceleration, meaning a changeup, is really important to learn at younger ages. Now, you're going to hear a lot of pushback. A lot of adults say there's not enough arm speed for young pitchers to throw changeups, and I just call hogwash on that. And really, it is a grip, it is a feel, and it takes repetitions, and it takes in-game repetitions for your student athlete to gain feel. We can't be so concerned with outcomes as parents or teachers of pitchers. We have to really use the basic foundation pieces to teach our younger student athletes. So once you learn to throw your fastball consistently for strikes, the next pitch we want to try to learn is our changeup, again to throw consistently for strikes. We are not trying to fool hitters. This is the number one takeaway that I hope all parents are listening to. Pitchers at younger ages are not trying to fool hitters. We are trying to get hitters to be aggressive. And once we get hitters to get aggressive, they're going to help themselves get themselves out, meaning they'll pop it up, they'll hit a fly ball, they'll hit a ground ball. There's much more benefit for young pitchers to not to learn not to fear contact, but to chase and want contact, because it can help with quick innings. It can help with a ground ball to short. It can help with a pop up to right, and then the occasional strikeout, and you're throwing less pitches, which means you're going to pitch longer in a game. So many pitchers at young ages are taught to try and fool hitters, and that's the breaking balls and things like that. When in reality, we're not trying to fool anybody. We're trying to get hitters to make a decision and swing. We want them to be aggressive. We don't want them to get comfortable. When we slow pitches down by throwing breaking balls, it gives a hitter longer to see the ball, and it makes them more aggressive, and they'll make more contact, harder contact. Next, as pitchers get older, you want them to understand the value of pitching to one side of the plate versus the other. In other words, as pitchers mature and they have their ability and their skill sets gets better, we want them to pitch to either the outer third of the plate or the inner third of the plate. And learning to try and focus on one of those locations is going to help them when it comes time as they get older and the players get better as hitters. They'll be able to go from side to side, which is a true weapon for young pitchers. The next and most important is a fastball grip. It's very important for parents to understand that regardless of the pitch that is thrown, the middle finger wants to be in the middle of the baseball. That ensures that the young pitchers are controlling as much of the ball as possible. It also will make sure that they're getting through the baseball. If their middle finger is off to the side, oftentimes they come around the baseball, and that can lead to an irritation in the elbow. And so you want to have your fingers a width of a finger apart, with your middle finger centered on the ball and your index finger right beside it, again, a finger's width apart. Learning those types of key mental and physical mindset and pieces of physical development are going to help your student athlete throw more strikes, last longer in a game. And the mindset of a pitcher is they're going to give up hits. They're going to give up home runs. They're going to deal with jeers and loud noises from opposing teams and opposing families and parents. That's part of being a pitcher. So that mental mindset of a pitcher is always, regardless of what just happened, I need to prepare for what's about to happen. The next pitch, the next hitter, the next inning. Those are what matter most. I hope this helps. In my next video, I'm going to cover the pitchers that are 14 and older. We'll talk about middle school, high school, and college pitching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please take some time, put some comments down below, hit the subscribe button on your way out the door.